Hey guys, thanks for joining Chicago Guitar Repair. Today we got a Fender FA100 beginner's guitar in the little workshop downstairs here, and we're going to do our first guitar flip. I'm definitely stealing that from Seth over at Burn Peak, or whatever you want to call his channel. Seth's Bike Hacks is what I remember it as. But pick this up for $25, and we are going to put some new strings on it, clean it up, clean up the frets, clean up the fretboard, wipe everything down, restring it, and let's see what we can get for it. I'm guessing 80 bucks. Be awesome if we got 100. Probably gonna list it for 120. Just see what happens. Guitar market is pretty slow at the moment. I do have a string winder, but it's just not down here, so whatever. Doing it by hand. I want to make these videos. I have this kind of idea for guitar flips, but I want to make them with the least amount of tools possible, just to make it as accessible as it can be for anybody to flip a guitar if they wanted to make some extra cash on the side. This is a really fun little gig to do so. Every single one of these tuning pegs is loose. So we're going to take those out, clean them up, tighten them up too, and let's just get started. Let's just rip this thing apart. While I'm talking right now, while I'm doing this work right now, I'm going to overlay myself doing a little sound demo with the strings. It sounds a little flat, but here, take a listen. So, sounds pretty dead, right? I know these are not the correct tool, but I just want to show you a really cheap option for bridge pin pullers. They're pretty dull as they come from Harbor Freight, but these are just like a buck, or I don't even know how much, not much at all. And if you're super careful and super gentle, you can just get in there, pop out your bridge pins. Really easy. You don't need much force. You don't really need a specialized tool. I'm not putting any cuts into these. Just barely clamping and pulls right out. Not cutting anything, not getting in there aggressively. Just a quick squeeze and a little bit of wiggle. You can pull the rest up by hand. But this is my specialty bridge pin puller. Let's just do the just a basic setup. Let's see how much we can make off a basic setup for this first edition of flip guitar. So here we are. Something I don't really like is this bridge is kind of broken a little bit right there. Isn't how it should be. That string, the third string, sits a little bit low. I'm not going to fix that in this video. It's not the scope of what I'm trying to do. We're trying to just, as cheap as possible, flip a guitar and see what we can get out of it. So, put the bridge pin there. I'm going to flip this over. So the first things first, let's just wipe the whole guitar down. Does have some rash back here, some buckle rash as they call that, but there's some sticky bits here. And let's just see what a nice little cleanup does. So that's the guitar, pretty fully stripped. It's going to take my PRS guitar cleaner. I'm running real low on this. Put this in the Amazon bucket. Link in the description below. Pick your own up. I mean, look at how good that works. God, I love that stuff. Frets we're going to adjust separately, but I just want to get them a little bit of a clean. Let's flip this thing back around. Take the screw so we don't create more with this wrench. Create more rash. Some boogers. That's nice. That already looks great. Let's flip it over. I need to wash my rag. That book. It's not a guitar worth restoring. Let's just clean it up. Get it in the hands of someone who's going to learn how to play. Honestly, not bad. Take a little polish. Nice layer of polish on it. Yeah, we'll do a nice buff after we get everything situated, but the main area we need to clean is right here under the fretboard and the fretboard itself, back of the neck, headstock, and then we can reinstall all of our parts. Heel. Right now I'm just going to clean up these tuners a little bit. They weren't that dirty, but now's the time to get in there. Just wipe them down real quick. Cleaning done. Let's kind of get this thing back together now. And get rid of all the loose pieces. So a little trick, I think a lot of people know this, but a little trick with this wood is you go lefty-loosey, you feel that it bite, you come back righty-tighty. Especially with these little screws and this really fine thread, I like to put the screw back in the exact hole that I got it from. And you go back just a little bit. Can't feel it, but there, it bit. Then you go righty. And I'm not going to snug these up until I'm all the way down, and I'm going to give it one last little tighten because I don't want to have these be stripped. Sorry, doing two things at once. Usually I'm pretty good at two things at once. Guitar even has like the white stickers over 5 of the tuning knobs. This helps. So now we got everything pretty tight. We're just going to flip her over. And I'm going to take my 10mm wrench. These don't have to be, I don't know, I come from a car background, so foot-pound of torque, I would say 5 pounds, 8 pounds. I mean, it's just a little tight. I'm kind of snug. You don't want to dig into the wood. You know, you don't want it to like, you could just crank these down if you really wanted to get into the wood, but you don't really want to do that. You just want to just feel it out. I use the 12 point. Mostly in a car world, the 12 point will round something off. But with this, right, when you're getting a little too much torque, it kind of breaks loose because it just doesn't have enough bite. So using a 12 point, 10 millimeter wrench, little trick that I have, you can come back and kind of snug up with that part of the wrench. But this is about all you need, and as soon as it kind of loses bite, you know you're in tight enough. So now we'll come back. We'll just snug these up. Again, these just kind of hold place so the thing doesn't turn within the guitar. They don't need to be cranked down super tight. Everything with guitar you're dealing with wood, so. And that's tuners, put it back on. The other thing I'm going to do to the tuners is I'm just going to tighten this up just a little bit. Some of these a little bit tighter. That's pretty good. This one's loose. Just feel how loose they are. Again, even with this, you don't want to go too tight. You're going to have a hard time spinning, but you want it to have some bite to it. I think it just helps stay in tune a little bit better. Like when you're grabbing it, it just feels a little bit better. In the car world, this would be called a bolt check. Just going around checking bolts. Okay, perfect. Tuner is done. Now let's address the fretboard. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to fold my mat up underneath the guitar. I'm going to take a block, set it under here. You really can set it there, but and my kid chewed this block as a kid, so my wife said, that ain't my yoga block anymore. And now I use it for guitars. These frets definitely need addressing. So I'm using triple aught steel wool. I think that's how you say it. Oh my gosh. I got to bring you in for a close-up, but I think you can already see the difference there. I think I'll take in first one done, second one. See that? That's wild, right? All right, let the time lapse commence. Oh, I should have done the fret dressing before I put all the tuners back on, but I just didn't want to have a bunch of loose parts hanging around, so that's why we did it that way. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was rough. Buttery. You got time start till you're done. Oh my gosh. These are nice. We're going to take a little bit of polish, and I'm just going to polish up the frets. We're really just trying to get that on the metal. It does help to get the fretboard kind of clean too. Rub some of this in there. Helps to clean up the fretboard a little bit. Looks like this guitar like sat in the sun. There's like, it's not even dirt. It's like sun. That's okay. Okay, next step. I like mineral oil. Everybody's got something different, but for me, mineral oil is awesome. Okay, just gets everywhere. We'll wipe that in to the what I imagine is rosewood. Don't know if this guitar is really rosewood or some other kind of wood. I'll look that up. But this is how I do it. Get it into all that grain. Let that sit there for a moment. Actually, let's put it on this wood too. Let's get it hydrated and looking fresh. We are going with some Ernie Ball Earthwoods, phosphor bronze mediums. They're I think a 13s. Yeah, 13s. Not a beginner string, I would imagine, but I got them when I bought a different guitar. Somebody gave them to me as an extra set. So I have $0 invested in the strings. That's how we're going to try to keep this guitar flips thing going. As least invested as possible. Again, if you somehow buy this guitar, put a new bridge in here. Okay. 56, 47. For attack, give me a kink. I'm sitting down backwards today. With two string, one string, no string guitars, and I'll plug in backwards. Sitting around playing one of my favorite songs, so we'll be all night long. Let me try to do it. So everything to straw. So that was everything. That was everything. 87. These are my amazing snips. Older than me. Grandfather. And our jewels. Got 40s or something. Alright, let's get this baby tuned up. Got the new strings on. Frets are cleaned up. And we're not perfectly in tune because we're still stretching, strings are still stretching. But let me tune up real quick. And I got this new little tuner I stick on the end. I'll link it in the description also. So let's play what we played before real quick because it I mean, what a difference. These strings have a lot of... They're super thick, too. I would... If I was going to keep this guitar, I would put a new bridge in it. So we'll just put that in the description. Need to put a bridge. So again, pick this up for 25 bucks. Strings I already had, but they're you know, $6 or something. I'll look up the real price, put it right here on the screen, at least on Amazon. Which the strings were again the Earthwood by Ernie Ball. Definitely like Ernie Ball strings. I've got like 20 packages over there, some Slinkies. It's cool to try their acoustics. I only use Elixir for acoustics. But like for a beginner, that's just they're thick. These are thick boys. I usually play 10s, so these were 13s. Yeah, 13s. They call them mediums. That's a heavy. To me, that's a heavy string. But you take a close up. Put some TLC into it. I'll give it one more polish. Take some good pictures of it. I'll post the pictures up here that I took, and then this will go for sale, and we'll see how much we get for it. We have 25 bucks invested into it and a set of strings that I already had laying around, so that doesn't really count, but we'll be back after we sell it with the price. What is our profit on our first guitar flip? Alright guys, just wanted to show you how I'm creating my listing using ChatGPT. Can help me write a compelling Facebook Marketplace with title and description for this guitar, including prep polishing, fret conditioning, new strings, completely cleaned and tuned. Bunch of specs I got from the Fender website, and then this is the title, description, kicked out all this, some specs, and a little closing. So this is how I'm going to do. I'm just going to copy all this stuff and put this in my listing here to create really quick listings for Facebook Marketplace that are actually compelling. Fender FA100 up for sale. Brand new Earthwood mediums. See how it sounds. Anyways, 120 bucks, send me an offer. Come scoop it up. Perfectly redone. Just redid all the frets, polished the fretboard, new strings. Only thing is I would pick up a new bridge. They're only like $7 on Amazon. But other than that, this is a perfect beginner's guitar. Brand new strings. Fully gone over. Sounds great. Welp, let's conclude the video. I listed it up and pressed publish. I uploaded the video that I made, and somebody hit me up to buy it. 100 bucks. They already came through. Got 100 bucks. So we're up about $75 on that purchase. We did put the strings in there. I had those. I did look these up on Amazon too, and for the mediums, they're like $17 right now, which is insane. Because you can get elixirs for even cheaper. So I don't know what that's about. But first flip guitar successful. We're up 75 bucks, and let's keep going. I picked up this one, which I've already made a video on. It's a Les Paul from Gibson, but it's not a Gibson. It's an Epoch. So let's string this one up and try to get this sold. This came in a lot of 2 guitars. I got this guitar plus this guitar for 50 bucks. Well, it was 100 for the 2. I've already done some work to that Strat, but let's finish up with this one. and get it flipped. And we'll continue on with this guitar flip and see what kind of money we can come up with a bunch of other guitars. I also have a couple more over here that I'm working on, and I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Just flipping guitars. I got another Strat over there that I picked up. Uh, that's a good story. So make sure you subscribe so you can catch up on the rest of the videos that I'm going to make. And thanks for watching, guys. We turned $25 guitar into a $100 guitar, and like I did probably about an hour of work. Spent longer making these videos, honestly, but I did about an hour of work. Um, and yeah, 75 bucks. Quick money if you want to make some money. So stay tuned. We'll learn together how to fix and tune up guitars and flip them. So thanks for watching the first episode of Guitar Flips. Make sure you subscribe for more. You can hear the story about that guitar and everything that came along with it, which is pretty cool stuff. So we'll see you then. All right. Peace.